Hey everyone, welcome back to Dev Parkour. In this video, my cat just ran off in the other direction. In this video, we're going to talk about when you should pen test, when you should do a security scan of your application. And specifically, when is too early to test. I was going to say, is there a time when it's too early? The answer is yes, there is definitely a time when it's too early to do a security scan or a pen test of your application. And I would even argue that when I ran a security scan against Glassminnow, this was a couple videos ago. I actually have a few videos on them with a couple different tools. I'll leave them linked down in the description below. It was actually way too early to do a security scan of Glassminnow. And the reason for that is a very simple one. And, well, yeah, the reason is a very simple one. Basically, you might come across low-hanging fruit, very obvious security issues that actually mask the more nuanced, the less visible security issues that you really want to that you really want to spend time fixing. Those are the ones that are actually going to cause the bulk of your problems. So basically, when do you pen test? It's when you think, based on a code review or a human evaluation, or running SonarQube or something like that. It's when you think your code is secure. Your code is definitely not secure. That's why you're running a security scan. You want to know how it's not secure. But when you think your code is as good as you can get it without the help of an outside tool, that's when you want to run that security scan. Now, that doesn't mean spend months and months and months trying to, disprove your idea that your code is secure. If you get to a certain point and you feel like, yeah, I've gotten 90-95% of them, then go ahead and run a security scan on your code. So basically, what that means for me is, obviously, I already have run a security scan. I'm not going to run another one until I've addressed some of the obvious problems. I'm going to take that scan and go through, ideally all of the highs and the mediums, or the criticals and the highs, depending on what terminology they use, and make sure I've addressed all of those issues before I run another security scan. Now, granted, ZA proxy is free and open source. There's no reason that I can't just include that in my CI/CD pipeline. However, if I were to do that now, it would just be noise. I know that there are security issues that it's going to find. I know the scan's going to take a long time. I think that one took either 4 hours or 9 hours. I don't remember. That may have been two different scans that I did. It took a long time. The rest of my CI/CD pipeline takes 5 or 10 minutes. So that's not going to be part of my, certainly not my CI pipeline. It might be part of my, part of a separate pipeline that I do, on specific releases, or, on tags or something like that. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with that in a few weeks, few months here, when it actually becomes relevant. And again, it'll become relevant when I've already addressed those highs and mids, or those criticals and highs, whatever the terminology is. Basically the cross-site scripting, the cross-site request forgery, any injection issues that have been found, the big, ugly, really important security issues that need to be addressed. So yeah, that's basically where I'm going with this. You don't want to start, especially if you're going to use an expensive tool or a service that charges per scan. There are some companies out there that do that. You don't want to initiate a scan just to have them come back and find you the things that are, obvious. Like, oh, you don't have SSL turned on. Like, yeah, no, you just wasted your money by doing that. Make sure that you have your application configured in the most secure way possible, or adhering to your security guidelines. Make sure that you've addressed all of the obvious security issues. either from a previous scan or from QA testing, exploratory testing, code analysis, anything like that. Do as much as you can before you start running that scan, because you'll get far better results from a scan if you're already that much closer to actually being secure. You want to end up getting maybe 20 or 30 vulnerabilities as opposed to the 800 or so that the scan found on glass minnow. So granted, a lot of those 800 are duplicates, and that's actually part of the problem. Part of the reason that you don't want to run a security scan so early is because if you haven't really done any secure coding treatment to your code base, you're going to find a lot of duplicates or issues where you can make one change and it'll affect everything, or many examples. So we'll actually see that next week, I believe. Next week is pretty much all about cross-site scripting. So stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when those videos get released. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button if you liked this video. And I wouldn't mind if you hit the thumbs up button on a few other videos that you like as well. Feel free to watch any of the videos that I have posted on my channel. I've got quite a few about several different topics, and there are more coming out literally every day, or at least every weekday for the most part. Yeah, hope you enjoyed that. I appreciate you watching the video. I appreciate you being here, spending time learning about, especially in this series of secure coding and building Glass Minnow into a scalable, ideally cloud-native app hosted on DigitalOcean. You can support the channel by signing up for DigitalOcean if you'd like. If you don't have an account there, go ahead and sign up and check out some of their services. It's pretty cool. I've talked about them in other videos. But with that, I'm going to sign off. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit that like button, and be sure to comment and ask questions down below. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.